The highlight of the day definitely today was being on the Hillary Tenzing Bridge with the daughter of the great man Edmund Hillary. That has to be a really weird coincidence. And how lucky are we to be here at the same time that she was. And we appreciate, like I said in the previous clip, the amount of work that the Hillary Foundation puts in this region. And now off to Namche. This is day 7 of the travel. We are leaving Phakding and we're back on the trail again, heading towards Namche Bazar. And today we will be gaining about 550 meters of altitude, and it is going to be quite a tough walk today. Back on the trail again. On the trail again. One and a half hour from Phakding. We are just arriving at Monzo and entering Sagarmatha National Park. And we're about to go over this bridge. Time for some B-rolls. Hello. It's about 10:30 in the morning. Today is day 7, and we're heading to Namche Bazar. And this is our lunch stop right after crossing the Sagarmatha National Park entry point. And as far as I remember, the next 3 hours is going to be butt breaking. Treacherous is the word. I remember this particular stretch, especially because of how steep it was. Just non-stop, relentless up. So another big landmark coming up is the Tenzing Hillary Bridge, the Doban, between the two rivers. I forget what the rivers are, but those two merge and become Dudkosi. In terms of today Chhitiz and I just wanted to tackle the day, so I guess we'll have some activities in the evening once we reach Namche, but right now we're just focused on getting to Namche first. So maybe the weather stays this way, then we'll do one rest day in Namche and sort things out, get our clothes washed, replenish, and move forward towards recording the podcast from the roof of the world. Yee-hoo! That's still on. So that's maybe another 5 or 6 days away. I'm looking forward for a rest day in Namche. I want to do some writing as well, and some side treks maybe. And I haven't done any meditation in the open nature. So I want to find a nice spot tomorrow and maybe spend a couple of hours on my own and let Chhitiz do the same. That's the update from. This is, I don't know,
Monzo.
a little further from Monzo, 3 hours away from Namche. Signing off. Bye bye.
As I just said, we just entered Sagarmatha National Park, and I'm really very excited to be here right now because it has always been my fantasy to go to Everest, and entering Sagarmatha National Park is one step closer to that dream. And Asida is already teasing me that it's going to be a Makadum Ukalo, and it's butt cracking, but I'm on for it. I want to get there, but I'm not quite sure how will I feel when I get to Namche or further not from that. Let's see. Let's go on with the journey, and I can't wait to be in Kalapatthar and watch Everest and do the podcast from the roof of the world. See you guys. We have arrived at the famous Salleri bridge. That's the bridge. Famous Salleri bridge.
The fate has it that the famous man's daughter is right here. See this way? She's in that group over there, and the ex-Prime Minister of New Zealand has joined. So this is probably some work related to the Hillary, Tenzing Hillary Trust, or the charity work that her father did here.
Actually,
is huge.
Providing school material to the school children, to local school children in the Thingboche and Dingboche area. So they have been doing it every year, and the ex-Prime Minister herself has come this year to donate in the cause.
The New Zealanders love Nepal, and we are sending much love back to New Zealand from Nepal. Thank you.
Climb to Namche is ridiculous. Very steep uphill. Dai, it's breaking me down physically. Also part of the workshop.
We use the word relentlessly or strenuous very casually in the last 5 days. This definitely is one of the most strenuous part of this trail. I would say it's still about another hour to Namche, and this reminds me of a few other treks also. Maybe Manasulu. There's a few others where I've encountered similar non-stop Makadum uphill. This is definitely one of them.
Now what about breaking me physically? Is that the part of training?
It is, because you see there's kids also here.
Yes.
Because it is part of getting you out of the comfort zone, which is you won't do this every day or every year, because it is an experience that has a lasting effect. So it's part of the training to walk, and I've mentioned time and again,
Yes.
walking is very meditative.
Okay.
If you look at it in way of who's more fit and who's more agile to go up, some people may have a little bit of edge over someone else, but if you have the mental capacity, then no matter how strong you are, it might be a matter of time, how fast you get there or how late you get there, but you can still do it. We can already see some really old people here that are probably twice our age, maybe 3 times your age, that are also going up, and I take inspiration from them. And
so I can rephrase it as breaking down mentally rather than saying it breaking down physically.
It helps you with the slowing down process, which is to tell somebody to slow down and bring your thoughts to bare minimum. Just saying it is very difficult, and it's hard to also demonstrate, but through walking you can actually feel it. The person can feel it themselves, that their whole thought process starts slowing down. And how many thoughts did I have the last 30 minutes that I scaled up this place?
Actually
probably none.
Actually, I have find myself centered, very much centered than I used to be in Kathmandu. So this walking has helped me. Because you're only focused on one task, and that's going up. And let's go up to Namche. Yes, continue. And the ascent continues. The market in Bukaro. They are Dhungi Baba's great entrepreneurs.
Dhungi Babas are great entrepreneurs. Some of them are. But I don't see it negatively. If they're creating jobs, giving people opportunities. Now, who do you call Dhungi and who you don't call Dhungi? These days we are in Kali Yuga. So it's hard to find real Babas. So if Dhungi Babas are creating jobs, then may the power be with them. Create more jobs, because at least in Southeast Asia, it's either the Dhungi Babas that create a job or the big billionaires, big entrepreneurs. So if they are into entrepreneurship, then Jai Dhungi Baba. Finally at Namche. That's Namche up there.